warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadia Hazwanie binti ABDULLAH SABRI, matric number 1002. My friends, MAZZATOL Nadia binti ISMAIL, matric number 1016. NURYN binti KHAIRIL AMRI, matric number 1018. And NURUL IZZAH binti ZAKARIA, matric number 1012. Today we want to present about thinking skill technique. So we have 5 thinking skill technique. It is logical thinking, positive thinking, negative thinking, critical thinking, and creative thinking. Before we go to the explanation, let me tell you what is thinking skill. Thinking skill are the mental activity you use to process information, make connection, make decision, and create new idea. You use your thinking skill when you try to make sense of experience, solve problems, make decisions, ask questions, make plans, or organize information. Everybody has thinking skills, but not everyone uses them effectively. Effective thinking skills are developed over a period of time. Good thinkers see possibility where others see only obstacles or roadblocks. Good thinkers are able to make connection between various factors and be able to tie them together. They are also able to develop new and unique solutions to problems. Now, I will pass to my friends to explain about logical thinking and positive thinking.
Before we start, I'm going to ask you, what do you know about thinking skill technique? I bet you don't know, so we're here to explain it. I will start with the first point of thinking skill technique. The first point is logical thinking. What is logical thinking? Logical thinking is a process in which one uses reasoning consistency to come to a conclusion. Logical thinkers observe and analyze phenomena, reaction, feedback, and then draw a conclusion based on that input. They can justify their strategies, action, decision based on that fact they gather. For example, a sales representative modified a presentation about a product to highlight to user-friendly qualities after receiving feedback from customers indicating that ease of use was the primary reason that they had purchased the product. So let's move on to the other point, which is positive thinking. I guess you know it. Even today, you wake up in the morning with a positive mind, do you? So what is the exact meaning of positive thinking? Positive thinking is a mental and emotional attitude of expecting good and favorable results and not getting discouraged when plans do not proceed as expected. It means trying over again and not expecting defeat. It is an attitude of focusing on the good and positive in a situation and not on the negative. With this frame of mind, you don't accept defeat and do not allow anything negative to affect your moods and state of mind. Positive thinking person focus more on the good in people, not on the bad. Positive thinking means optimize, and positive attitude is mean looking forward and envisioning a better and happier life and not being down by obstacle, problem or delays. For example, Abu lost his job, but he said to himself that he will get job soon and never think otherwise. So, how to rewire your brain and stay positive? To be positive, we need to be a natural observer, reframe the problem, be nice and positive to yourself. So, I will pass the presentation to my friend.
Now I will explain about negative thinking. What is negative thinking? Negative thinking is a thought process where people tend to find the worst in everything or reduce their expectation by considering the worst possible scenarios. Approach can allay disappointment in some situations, but negative thinking tends to manifest into a pattern that can cause tremendous stress, worry, or sadness over time. The opposite approach would be positive thinking, approaching situation or circumstances with a positive attitude. For example, if we want to get married at a young age, like 18 years old, usually people will assume we have to do a immoral thing, and that's always happen in our society. Next, I will pass to my friend to explain about critical thinking.
What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is all about asking questions, the right questions that help you assess both the meaning and the significance of claim and argument. Building this skill and applying them in your life make it easier for you to assess evidence, evaluate agreement, and adapt your thinking, so you stay switched on and engaged in different situations. Critical thinking involves stepping back from a situation to enable you to see all the angles before making judgment or taking decisions. It means identifying the key point, analyzing the source of information, weighing up different types of evidence just as a judge and jury would do in a court of law, and putting it and together into your own independent through point of view. One thing that very important to realize is critical thinking is not about being critical, and it's about much more than just finding flaw in other people's claim. Itself that is not enough to give you an edge. To be a true critical thinker means be creative, relative, and adaptable, evaluating the evidence to decide to yourself what is accurate, what is relevant, and do I have sufficient information to take a decision on this. Thinking critically means taking a stand for yourself. It can be difficult, but to be swaying, be close friend or friend's view on things, or curtain belief that. But learning how to use this high-order thinking skill can help you to feel much more confident in your own opinion and conclusions. Critical thinking is also about a sense of discovery argument to see how they stand up and filtering for yourself what reasoning is right or wrong. By using this technique, you will find yourself becoming a clearly better thinker.
Okay, next I will talk about creative thinking. Creative thinking means a way of looking at problems or situations from a fresh perspective that suggests solution which may look unsettling at the first. Creative thinking also can be stimulated by an unstructured process such as brainstorming, and by a structured process such as lateral thinking. For example, in a group work, we are simultaneously analyzing information and generating solutions for our own, while challenging others' analysis, idea, and responding to challenge to our own analysis and idea. This is part of why students tend to avoid group work. It challenges us thinkers and forces us to analyze others while defending ourselves, which is not something we are used to or comfortable with, as most of our educational experience involves solo work. Okay. Next, I will also talk about conclusion of thinking skill technique. Conclusion of thinking skill technique is be careful not to surround yourself with people that think and create exactly like you. Seek as much diversity as you can while creating this network. Since all this variety can be highly beneficial to everyone's idea. Thank you.